The city was drenched in the unforgiving heat of South Africa's summer. The streets of Johannesburg, usually bustling with life, were eerily quiet as dawn approached. Inside a modest office building in the heart of the city, a group of men sat huddled together, their faces etched with determination. Their leader, Andrew Stander, sat at the table with a flickering lamp casting shadows on his face. His dark, piercing eyes reflected years of struggle, but his calm demeanor betrayed a deep, strategic mind. This was no ordinary criminal. Andrew had a plan. He had spent years studying the ins and outs of the city's security systems, knowing that it would take one perfect heist to change their lives forever. The Stander Gang, a group of seasoned criminals, had all the tools they needed, but it was their leader's cold, calculating nature that would make them unstoppable. "Tonight," Andrew said, his voice low but filled with certainty, "we take what's ours." The men exchanged glances, their expressions a mix of anxiety and excitement. They knew the risks, but also understood that success meant freedom. Freedom from a life of poverty, a life of being just another faceless name in the slums. They were ready to make their mark. The plan was simple, too simple for most people to believe it would work. In and out of the National Bank, no mess, no witnesses. They had all the necessary gear, masks, firearms, and a getaway vehicle parked in an alley a few blocks away. But Andrew had something else in mind. This heist wasn't just about the money, it was about sending a message. As the clock struck midnight, the team slipped into the shadows, prepared to do what they had done countless times before. Andrew's right-hand man, Jerry, stood guard by the entrance, while two others, Mark and Peter, moved swiftly through the corridors, securing the bank's vault. But just as they were about to breach the vault door, something went wrong. A soft click echoed through the silence. The alarm, the heist was compromised. Panic set in. The men scrambled, trying to silence the alarm. Alarm. But it was too late. In the distance, the sound of approaching sirens grew louder. Jerry's heart raced as he tried to think of an escape plan, but Andrew stayed calm, his mind racing through contingencies. "Abort," he muttered, but there was no time. The bank's door flew open, revealing a figure none of them had expected. A woman standing calmly with a gun pointed directly at them. Her face was concealed by a mask, but there was something in her stance, the way she held herself, that told Andrew she was no ordinary cop. She was a criminal. "You think you're the only ones who can rob?" she sneered, her voice thick with mockery. "I've been watching you." Andrew stood frozen for a moment, weighing his options. The woman's presence meant one thing, a double cross. She had set them up, or worse, had she been watching them the whole time? What if their heist had been her plan all along? "We're not here for trouble," Andrew said, trying to mask the panic creeping into his voice. "We can walk away and nobody gets hurt." She raised an eyebrow, clearly unimpressed. "Not an option." Without warning, the woman pulled the trigger. The deafening sound of the gunshot reverberated in the enclosed space, and Mark, one of the gang members, fell to the ground. Blood pooled beneath him. The scene erupted in chaos. "Get out of here!" Andrew yelled, pushing his men towards the back exit. The sirens were louder now, and time was running out. As the gang fled into the streets, the woman's cold laughter echoed in the distance. The next few days were a blur of police raids in frantic hiding. The Stander Gang had lost one of their own, and now they were on the run. The woman, they soon discovered, was connected to a rival gang, a group known for its ruthless tactics and merciless leadership. But Andrew wasn't done. He had a score to settle. And this time, it wasn't just about the money. He reached out to old contacts, piecing together information about the rival gang. They were bigger, better funded, but Andrew knew they were vulnerable. He had studied them just as he had studied the bank. The time for revenge was fast approaching. Weeks later, after several failed attempts to lay low, the Stander Gang made their final move. Armed with information, they located the rival gang's hideout, a dilapidated warehouse just outside the city. Andrew's crew was ready, but they had no idea what awaited them. As they stormed the building, they were met not by the rival gang, but by the woman from the heist. She was waiting for them, her gun aimed squarely at Andrew. Her smirk said it all. She had been one step ahead the entire time. "You didn't think I would let you get away with that, did you?" She taunted, her voice dripping with contempt. But Andrew wasn't afraid. He had a secret weapon of his own. In a flash, he fired, the bullet hitting the woman square in the chest. She collapsed to the ground, her gun falling from her hand. Her betrayal had come to an end. With the rival gang now defeated and their plans in ruins, the Stander gang scattered, each man going his separate way. Andrew, however, didn't leave empty-handed. He had secured the money from the bank, but more importantly, he had secured his legacy. Years later, people would still talk about the Stander gang, their rise to fame, their shocking betrayal, and their brutal downfall. But Andrew's name would live on in infamy, a symbol of a criminal mastermind who was always one step ahead. Like and subscribe for more crime stories.